Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we get to play with Nembrini's new Acoustic Voice. Cheers. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're watching over on Facebook, welcome to you. You can always join the group at Facebook group. It's called We All Rise Together. And you know, we all do rise together. That's what this channel is all about, and always has been, and will forever be. You can also watch the show over here with all of us on the YouTubes at youtube.com/Jade Starr, or you can head over to Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapponIOS, or you can always watch the show daily live in the web browser on your iOS device or your computer, whatever it is you use to look at this kind of stuff on the internet, the web of all things, at howtoapponIOS.com. Hello to the folks who are here in the chat. Let me say hello to S.M. Borthwick, paying to get... Man, I remember the sound effects today. Yes, Thomas Christ. Thomas Christ's work here is invaluable. I just want to say that. Thank you always, Thomas, for being here and supporting the channel since day one, man. You're an awesome, awesome human being. Love you lots. There's someone else here who I haven't seen for a little while, and I need to put down my cup for this because it's very special. Let's do it. Dr. Saunders. Hello, Dr. Saunders. Hello, Mark. It's good to see you. Russ, always good to see you. Speaking of Russ's new single dropped yesterday worldwide. It's on Spotify, Amazon, Bandcamp, Apple Music, as you can see here. Awesome cover of Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. Just go and get it, man. That's all I've got to say. Do it. You'll be happy. Who else do we have here in the chat? Let me scroll. Hambo Hounslow, hello to you. Hello, Si. It's always effing good to see you. And let me see. Kev Hart. Oh, to Kev Hart. Hello, Kev Hart. Hello, Kev Hart. Hello, Kev. Good to see you, Kev Hart. Weather's for Kev, everybody. Weather's for Kev. Hello, Audible Video. Good to see you. All the hellos from Audible Video. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anyone. Hello, Ed. Ed, we're not doing anything heavy today. But we're going to play with some acoustic guitars, man. And these sounds are great. Hello, Scott. It's good to see you too, my friend. Another fantastic admin who's been here since the beginning as well. Same with Russ. And so many of you have been here since the beginning. I thank you so much for that. I've got some really cool things I've been thinking about for the channel and stuff and Patreon, and that are going to be cool coming up. That's really fun. Radio Doki. Oh my God, I just turned into Pete. Speaking of Pete, let's get this out the way. So, not doing an interview this week, but I do this every now and again. I like to reset the channel. And how do I do a reset of the channel? I'll tell you how I do a reset of the channel. This Friday, we're doing a rant with Pete. I love having Pete on the show. And this time we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing the late rant, because normally I start the show at this time. So it's 6 a.m. my time. But this time, because Pete's reshuffled his little world around lately, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a late rant 3 hours after this, so 9 a.m. for me. And it's going to get a little bit dirty, a little bit uncensored, a little bit... You know what I mean? Pete's going to streak across the camera naked. It's going to be going off like a frog in a sock. Hello, Andy Goldsby. And we're going to talk on some touchy subjects around the iOS community, you know. So we're still going to have a regular show that day in the morning. I'm going to do a LumaFusion Q&A. So I'm going to load up a project that I've just started working on for Kindercore. And I'll show you a few tricks. And then so, folks, get your questions ready. I'll put up a community post a couple of days this week. And yeah, if you've got any questions about LumaFusion, bring them along on Thursday your time in the rest of the world, Friday here in Australia. if you're at this time before the late rant with Pete, and I'll be more than happy to help you with your stuff around LumaFusion, because we did the show yesterday on LumaFusion, and while it's still hot, I was going to do a Q&A yesterday, but there's so many new things in it, so we'll do a special show where you guys can come in and ask some questions. And we may even follow that on, even in the rant a little bit. And Pete may be able to help with some stuff like that too. Who else have I missed? Did I say hello to Andy Goldsby? I think I did. I can't remember. Fuck, my brain, kill me. Who else? Hello, Dogbert. Hello to you. Hello, Rick Lisk. Always good to see you, Rick. I can get rid of this off the screen. So yeah, it's going to be fun to catch up with Pete. Always is fun to catch up with Pete. Okay, any apps on sale? You know what? Nothing really has changed. I'll be honest. I looked at it. Let's do it anyway. So if you saw yesterday's show, Low Fly Dirt, Fly Tape, Chompler, Fly Tape 2, OBXD, half price. Doug just covered that over on his show on the Sound Test Room. Really cool synth. I looked at it a few weeks ago, I think. So you can look that up, see the show on that, but it's half price. That's about it. But we want to talk about some acoustic guitars today, don't we? Because Nembrini have released this wonderful amp, SIM, this acoustic voice preamp, and it's very nice. It's $7.99. You can get it on the App Store right now. All you need to do is go to the App Store and type in voice... acoustic voice, and it will come up for you. There you go, acoustic voice preamp. There it is. It does some wonderful things. It can turn your electric guitar into an acoustic, can simulate that. It can make any acoustic sound nice just by fucking around with it. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking around you can do. You know, it's made by Nembrini, so you know it's good. And yeah, let's dive in, and I'm going to show you it on a multitude of guitars. So let's shut that down. Right. What I want to say off the bat as we open up, I didn't want to do that. Let's open up here. AUM. What I want to bring off the bat and talk about Nembrini. Now, there's a lot of fantastic guitar simulator apps, and you'll see here in my chain, I actually have... I have Tone Stack in here, and you're thinking, why? Why would you have Tone Stack in here when we're talking about Nembrini? There's only one reason it's in here, because I really love the tuner in Tone Stack. I love Tone Stack. Trust me, if you've seen my show on it, go back, have a look at it. I think Tone Stack is absolutely wonderful. It's actually got some acoustic simulators in there as well. It's fantastic. It does great stuff. But it's in here because I used a tuner. And if you've followed the show for any amount of time, my one criticism of guitar sims, and I'm not just singling out Nembrini here, is I don't tend to buy a lot of one-shot acoustics or guitar sims. So if it's just a one type of guitar amp head or whatever, I don't tend to buy a lot of those unless it's very specific to something that I like. Like a lot of the Nembrini apps that I have are the sound effect apps, and any of the really heavy, like the 8180 one. I love any, because you guys know I love my metal, so I really want to find some good crunchy sounds. So I have all of the Nembrini metal sounding apps. So I'm not a big fan of one-shot wonder kind of single-use guitar amp sims, but I make an exception when something comes along that's for an acoustic, because there are not a lot of really good acoustic simulators that can really make your guitar sound fantastic. So if you got to see my show on the weekend, the opening hour, which I do before Pete's happy hour, just gone on Sunday my time, Saturday your time in the rest of the world, because you live in the past, I actually used this setup right here. So the acoustic voice with Eventide, Black Hole, and with Altezza. This is the exact setup I used. And I had the Tone Stack, but just for my tuning, yeah? So if you really love that sound, that huge, massive reverby sound I get on my live streams when I do play, this is what I used. I was first time I used the Nembrini Acoustic Voice to add to the sound, and fuck man, did it give it some body. So just to kick off, what we're going to do is Nembrini, when they sent the app out to me, And by the way, I have a few copies to give away on the Patreon this weekend coming up. So if you'd like to become a Patreon, there it is. You can always do that, patreon.com/JadeStarr. We master songs each weekend and do some app giveaways, and soon there'll be a midweek show as well, which is going to be really fun. And I'm sure you'll like it if you're a Patreon. But let's go back over here. So when Nembrini sent me the app to review, they send along to all the reviewers a piece of acoustic music, just in case people don't have an acoustic guitar. So I'm going to kick off by playing that and then adding this in just to hear their sound that they send out and then what it can do for that. And then I'm going to go through a whole bunch of guitars live with you. Yeah, how's that sound? Sound good? Let's just do it. So it's a really nice piece too. This is with no effect. Fuck. Shit just got real. Let me just loop it for you. Beautiful. I have to admit, the first time I just added this, and you can see this is on the absolute default settings. I haven't done everything. Everything up here is default. Really nice sounding. So what's really special about this too, let's just move this down. So you've got 6 guitar types that come with this. So you've got a Martin 0028 EC, a Gibson L00, a Landora J80E, a Guild D140CE, a Ayers DSR, and a Taylor 814 CEDLX. So yes, this is an acoustic guitar to start with. So before I jump back over to AUM, you also get 3 microphones, so 3 simulated microphones. You've got a Audix ADX51, a Beyerdynamic M201, and everybody's favorite, an SM57 for good measure, yeah? Of course, you've got to have an SM57. So yes, this is just, I'm pretty sure this is a let me just check. Pretty sure it's a piezo. I'll give you the exact. Then we'll run through some of the guitars on here. Hello, Cool Music Tech. So this is just it says, this is just an acoustic. It just says it's an acoustic through a DI. That's all it says. Wonderful. I mean, it's a massive difference. And there's not even any black hole or anything on here. So, you know, it's... Could you imagine what this would do? Just before we jump in and grab an acoustic guitar, and Rick Lisk is here, and I'm going to do this specifically for you, Rick, because I know you make a lot of music in GarageBand, yeah? And use the automatic, the guitar stuff that's in there. So let's do this. I'm singling you out, Rick. Are you embarrassed yet? No, there's no black hole on there or nothing. That's wonderful, hey? So we'll go through the effects and everything. So let me quickly just open this GarageBand. I like to cater to the GarageBand folk and open these things up in GarageBand to prove that they work, and you know, you don't have to have an actual physical acoustic guitar. God damn. I've got 120 gig free on my iPad Pro and still GarageBand takes forever to open. What the hell? Grumble, grumble, grumble. May as well have a cup of coffee while I'm waiting for GarageBand to open. Yeah. Oh, so how's your day been, everybody? Everyone good, yeah? How are you, Peppy? Peppy's doing good. All right, cool. So let's just hit play on this. And we'll go into plugins here. I haven't tried this before, so this could backfire in me. Shit right in my face. But I'm sure it won't. So we'll scroll down, we'll find Nembrini. There are you, Acoustic Voice. So you can see Rick really brings it to life, yeah? So, SM Baltic, so this is an acoustic pickup. Does it work with just plain acoustic or with a microphone? What it's made for, like it does have a specific use. I'll just turn this back on again. Boom. So you can hear it gives it real body, brings it to life, man. So another good thing about it too, if you're using GarageBand and you're low on like space or, you know, your project's getting full of things, it's a really ideal way to just use one plugin to give your guitar a bit of a boost. It's got effects built into it, so you don't have to add any extra effects or anything like that. So that's a cool thing you could do. Hello, Brad example. Always good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I apologize for the other night, leaving you really quickly. I sorted out that problem. So what this is actually made for is specifically, what they say is for guitars with a piezo pickup, which is the one that's underneath the wood, or for a magnetic pickup. So that's why you can use it with an electric and turn it into a guitar. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. So plus they also say in their instructions, it's great with a DI. Definitely, like through anything with a DI, you're going to get a really good sound. Plus it does say in the manual, feel free to fucking experiment with it. Don't feel locked into what Nembrini says, because you could pull something really amazing with a ukulele or, you know, with an acoustic bass plugged in. So don't feel anything that's got an acoustic sound. This could really pop it and make it to life. Don't feel trapped into this, this is the box that I have to use it just for an acoustic with these specific pickups or a nylon string. I don't have a nylon string, so I can't try that out. But I would suggest that it would, like it does for most things, gives things a bit of body. That's what it's made to do, to simulate body and width and sound. Because as you'll see, we'll go through it, there's a whole width button and everything like that, yeah? Let's grab a guitar. So the guitar I'm going to grab first, one of my little favorite, little cute acoustics here. This is a little 3/4 body, with this little round back. I love this guitar. It's super small. Let me see if I can go big screen. Oh, I can go big screen. Really cute little Hayes guitar, which is semi-acoustic. I love this guitar. I love this round back. It's really nice. I love to noodle on this. Go out and play outside or whatever and just noodle around, because look how small it is. It's just so cute. It's a really cute guitar. But surprisingly enough, because it doesn't have a big body, I find it really hard to get a nice big sound out of it. So maybe we can do that with this. Let me see. So I'm going to turn down my mic for a second and just see what happens. Boom. Andy Goldie says, I'm sold already. Hey, Gary Hubs, good to see you, my friend. Is there anyone else who I have missed in the chat? Does it hello? I think it does say hello, hi to Ed. I think I did. My memory's fucked. So look, definitely, let's a big change. That's why we've got this guitar out. Have a look at the interface and see what's going on. You don't need to see me. We can go full screen. And let's have a look. So one of the cons, awesome, Mark, great to hear. I'm going to mention one of the cons straight up, right? Straight up. The interface for me, and you know, this is minor. It's just a little bit boring. Okay, there we go. Got it out the way. It's a little bit boring. Skeuomorphic stuff kind of bores me a little bit these days. That's about it. So up the top here, and if you've used any Nembrini apps before, you kind of know the interface, yeah? So you can go through your presets, plus and minus. You've got an A and B here. You can undo and redo. Here's where all your presets are, and there's a shit ton of them in here in your factory presets. Heaps of presets. So you've got a nice selection of presets in there. You can save new presets, all that kind of stuff. You've got two sections up the top here. So this is your preamp, and you've got an effects section. Really big range of effects, you know. So you've got your reverb, delay, modulation, chorus, tremolo. Really good. And as you can hear, really cool. Like, I haven't even added black hole or anything to that. So from left to right, you've got your input. Up the top here, this is where there's a little bit of a difference, because this is available also on your PC or your Mac as well. So it's on your computer as well. And the interface is a little bit different. The image of the guitars are a little bit bigger on the PC. Hey, Rockstar, good to see you too. I knew I saw somebody else there. Hello, good to see you, my friend. So you can flick through the guitars here. So you got the Martin here. So let's just flick through them quickly. See what the difference is. Hey, Pete Johns. I should really turn down my mic. Let's go through them this way. So what you should have noticed there, and what I absolutely did too, the difference between them is just the warmth and the timbre in there. So it's little changes between those guitars that you can just hear, a little bit of fire, a little bit of warmth, that kind of thing within those. So it's a great place to start by choosing a guitar. Up the top there, just there. Down here, this is where your microphones are. So as I said, you've got three types of microphones. You can click through them here. You got there's your condenser, your SM57. And underneath that, what's really cool is you have the distance away, so you can actually change the distance, how far away the mic is. Let's turn it down. So it's really cool to be able to move that microphone, change those microphones around. I'm just going to go with the 57 for now. So you've got a compressor. Well, we'll go across the next section. Let me just mute my guitar here. And what I'm going to grab next. This is my Ibanez Rosewood acoustic. It is not semi-acoustic, so I have a pickup, a magnetic Seymour Duncan pickup in here. Fairly kind of middle of the road, $200 odd kind of pickup in here. And it's plugged in, so we'll move across to that guitar. And we'll listen to this for a little bit and see what difference this makes. Let me just turn down my mic again. Now you'll notice here, there's a little button down the bottom in your input mode. So this will definitely make a shitty guitar sound a little bit better. This ain't a shitty guitar. This is like a $600, $700 guitar. It's just, it didn't have a pickup. So this pickup I find is horrible. You can actually hear how crappy this pickup is. Oh wow, well when I don't have the... So down the bottom here, you have an input mode, so you can change between magnetic and piezo. So I'm going to change to the magnetic because that's what we're using right now. And let's see what happens. So as you can clearly see, a massive difference to a lifeless pickup or a guitar that doesn't necessarily have a good pickup. And again, like I said at the beginning, this is all about experimentation because every guitar is different. Every guitar's got a different kind of body, different kind of sound. So the best thing to do is to play the fuck around with it and find something that's going to work. I really haven't, again, we're on the default and I'm just flicking through some things. Basically, I turned a compressor off on this. It was around 30, and you could hear when I was hitting like a G, it was really flattening out. It's really losing its power. Now it's got a bit of bass on it, so what's good about this is, so you have a blend button. You can actually blend in your original pickup sound in with the actual simulation sound that's coming through. So that was up pretty high. We can leave that about 65. You've got some width, so you can really give some stereo width. Let's turn this down again. So you can definitely hear what the width does there. Really, normally you'd have to use something like wider, but to have that built into this too, really fantastic. It just saves another plugin being needed to use. That's why I used it on my live stream on the weekend. It was just one shot wonder. And then I just added Black Hole just to give it that crazy reverb on top. Righty dokey. Let's add some width back onto that. So you've got your basic low, mid, and treble, which is handy for guitars like this, which, it's not a powered pickup or anything. So there's no treble, there's no mid, there's no lows. You can't really do anything with it. So now you can actually add some presence, add a bit of notch, or notch frequencies. You can do all that stuff. And you've got a low cut down here. You've got a high cut, low cut. You can change the frequency up on it as well. So I'll just change between the piezo and the magnetic and just listen to the subtle difference there as well. You can very clearly hear, because I'm using magnetic pickup here, going from the piezo, it was a bit more tinnier, and as soon as I click over to the magnetic, it just boom, boom. There's that body that you're really looking for an acoustic guitar that really has helped bring this lovely guitar to life, yeah? Let's have a look at some of the effects. So you've got a nice broad range of effects here. So we've got reverb selected at the moment, and that's one of the key things that really helps to simulate and create an acoustic simulator, is having a good reverb to give it that roomy sound that you want from an acoustic guitar. Especially what you'll see is next I'm going to grab the electric and we'll see what it does for that. So you've got a reverb, you've got a delay, we'll just click that on as well. I've also got some chorus modulation, so we can bung that sucker on too. Let's take off the delay and let's play around with the chorus a little bit. Pretty nice, yeah? Pretty nice chorus there. So, got a bit of popping there. So you've got your where are we? So you've got low cut, you've got a decay in here as well, so for your reverb. So you've got high and low cut for your reverb, the decay amount, so you can really bang that up. Righty dokie. God, I'm doing a lot of righty dokies today, aren't I? Let me just put this away. We'll just pop it out of the mix so you don't get any horrible pops or anything like that. And I'll grab... walking sucks, man. Trust me. Too many guitars. Let's grab an electric, yeah? So I've got my LTE. Out this lead. Let's see what we can do with an electric guitar. What it'll do. Can we make this electric guitar, this lovely electric guitar, sound like an acoustic? Is it possible? I don't know. Nice. And I haven't played around with it or anything like that, so let's do so. I'm going to click to magnetic and we'll listen to the difference. So as you can see, just quickly going through there, it definitely does change it up and give it more of an acoustic sound. But with everything, of course, you're never going to get an electric guitar to sound completely like an acoustic guitar. It just is what it is. But definitely you can, and I'm not going to spend too much time on the electric because I've got so much. We've only got 15 more minutes to go. And, you know, since I've seen, who wrote that? I'm curious about whether you could get an acoustic bass to sound out of this. Shall we try? Should we try? Should we? Could we? We could. I don't know. Do I have an acoustic bass? Maybe I do. Let's see. I'm going to grab it. I don't even know if this works. So I think this will really be a test because this acoustic bass has a terrible pickup in it, I'm pretty sure. Terrible. Gross. As you can see, it's a pretty horrible sounding bass. It's got a really, you know what it reminds me of? It sounds great as an acoustic, but when you're when you're playing it plugged in, to me it sounds like a outdoor clothes hoist when the wind blows really hard on those metal ropes on your. It just sounds horrible. I can't even slap on it. It's been so long since I played this thing. It's really hard to play slap on an acoustic bass. But we can add some low end to this. Give it some width. So definitely you can give it some low end. You can really build it up. As you can hear, I'm going to show it again. It does sound like a clothes hoist. Okie doke. So what I'm going to do last is grab my main acoustic guitar that I love and show you what that sounds like, and we'll go across to the sound that I used for my live stream on this weekend, how I achieved that, and the difference. Just adding this Nembrini Acoustic Voice to the chain really changed the sound up. So let me just unplug so no one's ears get damaged in the process. Sorry for my old person moaning every time I get up. That's why I was away for a week and a half, because I'm still having trouble walking. But such is life, hey. You just get on with it. It's all good, my friends. Hey, if you like to hit the like button, you can do so. If you don't want to hit the like button, just go and hit it. Hit the dislike button multiple times in an even number. As many times as you want, but make it multiple times in an even number. So as many times, but it must be even. Or just hit like once. It's totally up to you. So the beautiful thing about this acoustic that I'm playing now, this is my Yamaha semi-acoustic, full body. It's a nice thin body. It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. I love this guitar so much, and I use it for all my live streams. And you will hear that it has. Just let me make sure it's in tune. I'll show you what I mean by using the tuner here. I love the tuner in Tone Stack. It's wonderful. It's very accurate. Cool, we'll turn that off. So I'm just going to turn this down now. Turn my mic down, and we'll show you the sound I used for my stream on the weekend and how beautiful, just a little difference that it does make. So let me turn it down. You just hear this going through the pickup plugged in. So I haven't added anything to this, and I haven't messed around with this or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do. So the idea there, what I was trying to show you, is when I do my live streams on the weekends, I normally do covers and break them down into, and try and, if you've seen my live streams on the weekend, I break them down and try and play them more sparsely and pile a whole bunch of effects on them, make them more atmospheric kind of thing. So that's what I was trying to achieve there. Exactly that. I mean, obviously, you're not always going to add a whole thing like Altezza and Black Hole all at the same time and stuff like that. And everybody has their own opinions of BJ jamming since birth. So, but you can clearly hear the difference just from going from with nothing on there. What I'm quickly going to do is just quickly run through the presets, just with no other effects on it, and just see what that does. So let's just do that before we wrap up. So there you go. Just by pulling a preset, you can automatically find something that works a bit better. So if I take out some of that delay there. So there you go. Hello, Colin Powell. Better late than never, as they say. You can always watch the replay. Poet and I didn't know it. So there you go. That is the Nembrini. Oh, I can't be fucked getting up again. The Nembrini Acoustic Voice Preamp for $7.99. So it definitely does what it advertises on the box. There's a lot to do and a lot to play around with to find and sculpt your own sound. So it's completely in your ballpark to play around. I think it's really nice. I think it's great for what it does for specifics. You know, as I said in the beginning, you'll find other things like tone stack and even bias, things like that. They all have amplitude. They all these days have acoustic simulation and stuff like that in them as well. But if you just want something specific to bring out the box, we tried it in GarageBand on the sod awful acoustic guitars in GarageBand. It kind of gave it some life as well. So cool stuff. Not too expensive, and it is what it is. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't have to have them all. Only the ones that make your experience better. Yeah? And that's what it's all about. That's what this show's about. To have a play around, have a mess around. We look at an acoustic bass, a couple of an acoustics with an electric guitar. You make up your own mind, yeah, on if it works for you. And then hopefully that does or doesn't, and we all rise together, yeah? All rise together. Hello, not a box. We're just about to wrap up. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're doing, but you'll just follow the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And remember, do the things that make you happy, okay? And mistakes make you better, and we all rise together. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks very much, everybody, for being here and indulging me with your time. It's greatly appreciated. And I shall see you tomorrow.